Hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Just wanted to let you know about an album that I had issues with recently. The album in particular that I'm talking about is this Walmart exclusive of Van Halen's debut album, 1978, self-titled Van Halen. Has some great hits on it. Jamie's Crying, Running with the Devil, Ain't Talking About Love, and Eruption, that awesome basically instrumental guitar work by Eddie Van Halen with a little bit of drums in there, but mostly him just going off on the guitar, which is great. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer, but maybe just keeping it short and sweet was a good idea. Anyway, this is a really good album. Every track on here, you can't miss. The production's great. You have Ted Templeman producing it, and it's a great sounding album. Problem with this one, got a copy of it, and side two, Jamie's crying about, I don't know, 10 to 20 seconds in, three distinct, can't miss it, clicks in there. Not even like pops, like a click. And it's, you can't miss it, and you can't, it drove me nuts. And I noticed I was trying to figure out where the clicks were so I could clean it. So I played it and I could see where the side two was marked on the inner label of it. Just as it kind of passed the needle, it clicked. So it comes around, click, 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 and then it just played fine, and the rest of the album plays fine. So I'm like, okay, let me try to clean this. I started using a record cleaner recently, and it's worked really well. It has some really old albums that it's worked well on. So I'm like, and some new stuff too that I got and had like little static pops on it. I cleaned them up and they sounded great. So I'm like, oh, maybe that'll work on this album. So I cleaned it, played it. Nope. Click, click, click. I tried some old school with a liquid liquid record cleaner. Put that on there, let it sit. Used a brush, tried to get it out. Played it again. Nope, same thing. So I did something that I normally don't do. I got a second copy of the album and thinking, okay, that's just a fluke. Let me get a second copy of it. Let's see what happens. And the same exact thing, same exact spot. So I'm going, this is a pressing issue. Now, I know that the top pressings or areas to get your albums these days are Japan and Germany, I think, are the two places. This was pressed in the Czech Republic, so I don't know anything about their pressings or how it works, but it's on a major label. It's on Warner Records. Major artists are on there, and this is it's a big deal album. So I'm really surprised that I would come across this issue. So I decided to go ahead and return them, and found out very quickly when you purchase at Walmart, which I already knew. Walmart, if you go to a Target, any kind of retail store, they don't want this stuff back, because any kind of digital or copyrighted material, they don't want back, because you could have basically just made a copy and just return it. So they don't do that with CDs, DVDs, video games, albums, anything. If you've opened it, no return. So I went there and I tried, explained the issue, hoping that they would work with me a little bit. And they were nice, but they're like, man, we can't do anything about it. So they said you have to contact the manufacturer. So I'm like, okay, that can't be that hard, right? They put their information on there, so let's see. So I looked on the back, and right here it says 2015, 1978, Warner Brothers Incorporated, a Warner Music Group company, manufactured and marketed by Rhino Entertainment Company, a Warner Music company, and it gives the address, 777 South Santa Fe Avenue, Los Angeles, California, 90021, made in the Czech Republic. And then you have your record code and your UP, your barcode on there. So I looked it up and I Googled it, because there's no website on here or anything like that. I Googled it, found the company, got to their website. They're showing all their new albums and old albums and all that. Nice. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking. I found an area down there where it said contact us. Went there, and there's a form that comes up, and I filled out the form, and it goes, I guess I'm assuming, to an email. So I put my email in there so they could get back to me, and I put a little description of what happened in there. Waited a day, waited 2 days, 3 days, and Nothing. Didn't hear it back. I found a number. I don't remember if it was on the website or if I Googled it and found a number that way. Found in the message on the number that I found actually said, "Thank you for calling Warner Group, Los Angeles, blah, blah, blah." So I'm like, okay, cool. Got the right one. So you can't get a hold of a person. There's no operator there. They ask you, do you want to find out about employment opportunity or giving us your single or demo or whatever. But nothing where you could get a hold of anybody. It just ends up going right back to some kind of recorded message and then saying, please leave your message and we'll get back to you. Yeah, that didn't happen. I actually left that message on the phone the same day that I left the email, and nothing happened. No call back. So I'm like, man, what am I getting? I guess that's it. Gonna get these 2 dud albums, which it's tough because they sound so good except for that one part. So I decided to go ahead and I called Walmart corporate and just to explain the situation, say, I shop there all the time and, it's just unfortunate and I have proof that these are defective items. So anyway, I called Walmart, very nice over there. Got on there, explained my situation to a lady. She's like, okay, let me see what I can do. They said, we really can't do anything. It's really up to the manager of the store. And I thought that was kind of weird. So I was like, okay. So she went ahead and wrote up a ticket number and gave me all the information, and I wrote it down. And she took my information, my phone number, and said, well, have a store manager get back to you within, 2 to 3 business days. So I'm thinking, okay. We'll see. I'm sure it's going to be usually in my experience, when I say 2 to 3 business days, that's like day 3, which is actually like day 4. And who knows how, it takes a while. Actually, I got a call back in about 2 hours, and it was a store manager from a Walmart, and explained my situation to him. And I wasn't on the phone very long with him. And he said, yeah, give him my name. I wrote down the name. He says, just let them know. They'll know when I get there. I guess there's system notes or whatever. I'm not sure how they do it. But to just tell my name, they'll know, and we're good. So I went to the store, brought the 2 albums in, full refund, took the albums, done. He even said when I was on the phone with him, if you want to, because I'm not sure you don't want to go through it again, but if you want, get the album again. And I'm like, well, is it okay if I do that, and if it's a problem, can I return it? And he said, yeah, absolutely. So I was like, well, what do I have to lose? So went over, got another copy of the album, got it home. Guess what? Same issue. Just a little bit different. The only difference on this one was in that same spot too, like right there, that side too. It was the first time was like a click, but it skipped a little bit, and then it popped one more time. So instead of 3 pops, it was like a pop, skip, and then a pop, same exact spots, like right on the same phrasing of the song. So I'm going to actually show you what I experienced with that album. So watch this. Okay, so you can see what I'm talking about on that. So that's going to get returned to, and I guess I'm done with that, and hopefully I'll find a different pressing of this somewhere else. I mean, it's kind of cool when they do this. It's, they don't do anything really fancy. They, they put it on the old school. I guess this is how the album looked when it came out. You have that, and you have the artwork and the credits and all that. So it's cool. It's on black vinyl, and they give you a little extra in here, which is kind of neat. They give you this duplicate or replica of a backstage pass for the tour, which is kind of cool. It says 1978 World Tour Backstage Pass, March 3rd, 1978 Chicago Ballroom. So you have that, and then you have that picture or that photo on the back. So it's kind of cool. So it's a shame that they did that. Now, other Van Halen releases that I have, same seem to be coming from the same area, and not an issue with those. So just something about this batch of pressings, or the whole batch itself, something got in there and something really messed these up. And I was just lucky enough to get the three, or I'm sure there's more out there, 3 copies of it, and they had to have been real close to each other with the same pressing issue. So I just wanted to let you know about that. Now, I don't know if you run across this and you've experienced this and you still have the record, I would try to go through the same measures as I did. I would just go ahead and cut to the chase and call Walmart corporate, just so you know. I would just do that route and see if it works out for you. Hopefully it will. And maybe show them this video and let them know it's happening out there. But I don't ever want to discourage people from going anywhere and buying something, but you just got to know about this. Just so I would want to know that, 3 copies of it. Yeah, there's an issue there. So anyway, but it worked out good. I have to thank everybody at Walmart. I'm not naming names or locations or anything like that, but I would like to thank everybody there. And I did fill out a little survey and wrote how friendly they were, how quickly they resolved the issue and helped me out here. So I was very grateful for that. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. I just wanted to share that with you. Just figured, we're a community out here, vinyl lovers, and if there's any issues out there, I definitely want to keep you guys informed of anything I come across. So anyway, I appreciate you watching today. So until next time, you enjoy your music. Take care.